I got a question for you.
And all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
What up? Welcome to Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays, man. And we're going to get it in today. We got a special show for you guys today. So, I know. Yeah. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We here.
Black Lip in the place to be. Let's go.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We even got a special guest today, you guys. Dr. Rhonda Cotton, author. What I need to do? What you say?
TV.
What's down?
Oh, you gonna leave it in the back?
I'm just going. I don't know. But no yellow? No. All right. We got some technical.
Yeah, we got some technical
stuff going on in here. All right, man. So we got Miss Rhonda Cotton, you guys coming in, and then we also have a special guest with her by the name of Courtney Morgan. They're gonna join us later, you guys, in the show. Where's the noise coming from? Whose side? It's right there. Anyway, but before we get into all of that, you guys, we're talking about the misconception of gender roles, and how do they impact a healthy relationship. And then also we're talking about the art of transparency. Stop hiding your shame. And of course, Fat Boy is going to come with us with the history of blackness.
Yes, sir.
We got today, Mr.
Donald Goins, man. And it's befitting, man, because of our guest today. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. He's an author, right?
He's an author.
That's what's up. So we see Marshall. I see you, Marshall, on there. Don't forget, you guys, if you come in, comment. Let us know what you think about the show, or even comment, about the topics that we're talking about today. All right. What's up with you, Marshall? I see you. Marlon, I see you, Marlon McBride on Instagram. Yeah, we're on Instagram Live as well, you guys. So I will be trying to read you guys' messages from there as well. So
shout out Marlon, man. He just started his doctoral program. So shout out Marlon, man. Y'all give him some love.
That's what's up.
Congrats, Marlon. Do the thing.
That's what's up, man. Hey, all right, man, let's get into it, because we don't have a whole lot of time before we get our guests in here. And I know we're going to go over probably, because we always do. But, our conversations be so good. I mean, hell, we got to. Sometimes we got to.
I'm doing the work. I'm doing the business on this.
Anything in the news right now we need to go over real quick, or what?
I just see something crazy, and I don't even know if y'all want to see this. And this was random because I was looking up something. But do y'all know one of the guys, because you was talking about Superfly, right? The movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm. A gentleman by the name Kaylan Walker. He's an actor. He was sentenced to 50 years for over 17 rapes.
What?
Yeah.
How did they catch him? Or
I'm guessing they caught him.
I'm pretty sure they caught him if he got jail time.
I'm sorry. It says Kaylan Walker, who has a credit in the film Superfly, was sentenced to 50 years to life in prison following the raping of multiple women. It says the 27-year-old rapper was convicted on charges brought by 3 teenage girls and 4 women. So 7.
Is that the recent star from?
Yeah, not the young, not the lead dude, but the one he was getting into it with, the light skinned dude.
No.
Yeah, the villain dude. Yeah, the one that was star. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was crazy.
That is crazy.
And that was, it is crazy because that was random because we were just talking about Superfly and Donald Goins, and I looked it up and I just thought that was interesting actually.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So that's his name, Kalen Walker. That's K2A's LAN and Walker.
Okay,
Yeah, man. So
right.
y'all tap into that and let me know.
Let's see who's in the house. We got Marlon. Okay, who else in the house? If you guys in the house, you can comment. We're gonna actually,
make sure you say something.
Yeah, make sure you say something. Come on in and say something. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
All right, man. Let's get into it.
Let's do this.
The misconception of gender roles. How do they impact a healthy relationship? Let's go.
Come get it.
Hey, what do you what's that look, dog?
That's a tough one. I mean, well, I guess I need to understand the question a little.
Misconception of gender role.
I got you.
Go ahead, bad boy.
I think in today's society, gender roles are. Thank you, Bill. I think gender roles are being redefined these days. People say it's good. Some people say it's bad. I don't believe that there should be any gender roles per se. I mean, if you go by traditional gender roles, women should be at home and not be in the workplace. Women shouldn't wear pants. Men shouldn't cook. Men shouldn't clean. Men shouldn't wash dishes. Men shouldn't do this, and this. And I think that gender roles these days are a lot more varied and wide and can pretty much be anything. The impact on a healthy relationship is the fact that I don't think that you can really have a healthy relationship if you try to stick with one particular gender role, because somebody's going to feel some sort of way about it. Somebody's going to feel stifled. Somebody's going to feel picked on. Somebody's going to feel, just not appreciated. Somebody's going to, they're just going to feel a certain way about it.
Yeah. And the people of today or whatever, is kind of like, there's no specific role that's like ruled to actually be, you know what I mean? So, a woman can be a fireman, a woman can be a whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's no specifics or whatever to the point where, it's not healthy to me anyway, you know what I'm saying? As far as a relationship, especially in a relationship, whatever her role is basically what you agree to, you know what I'm saying? As to, or even what you accepted from that woman I'm gonna say woman because of course, the opposite, but I'm just, whatever you accept from her or whatever doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, it's a bad thing or a bad role or that she has the male role or whatever the case may be or whatever. It's just that this is how we come in this relationship and this is how we're going to grow and build it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, when it comes to gender role to me is, and how it's healthy to me is being able to accept who that person is and what that person is about or whatever. That's what I kind of get from you. What do you say, Fat Boy?
I think, yeah, absolutely, fellas. I think I agree with both of you guys. You guys made great points. I think Willie said it the best. I think originally, right, I came up with the topic in the sense, I think that what happens is Black Lift in the sense is that because we enter relationships with the traditional idea of what a man should be or shall I say what a man role is or what a female role is, I think you made a great point in saying times just have changed, right? And women are in the workforce and men are stay-at-home dads, right? And so the genders have swayed, but I think that Miss Cobb said something great. She said men and women are created differently and we should respect that. but at the same time, we should honor each other and what we bring to the relationship.
Right.
And I think that that's the greatest part. I think that not necessarily applying it to the gender. I mean, applying it to the gender, but not in a negative way, but understanding that this is what separates us as a gender, right? The nurturing side, the protective sides, right? Not the materialistic, not the surface things, but the things that are going to define this relationship. I think that we get caught up into the small stuff or the surface stuff that a woman got to cook or a woman got to sew or a man got to be able to build stuff and all of these little small stuff when that just may not necessarily be. You may be a woman and grew up with a dad and you may know how to fix stuff more than me. And I grew up at home with my moms and I may know how to cook more than you, but can I not put up a light bulb, right? Could you not make some tacos? You get what I'm saying? So I think that one thing I learned in my last relationship is that what made us work is when I compromised, when I buzzed down and started helping her wash the dishes. When I did start helping wash the clothes, not for her, but for me, because it made me a better man in the sense of if this is something that I want, I have to look past what society says my role is and what I feel my role is, because we're no longer in the traditional world. And so we have to, if we want the relationship to work and to be everlasting or have some longevity, then you both have to come to understand the role, but also understand that there's compromising within the roles for the relationship to succeed.
Do you guys think that there a certain amount of people that try to take that back? You know what I'm saying? As far as males, trying to take back the role of what a male is as opposed to what a female is, and trying to put them in their places, type of thing. Do you guys see that or think of people that are trying to do that, especially with the election, because of the fact that what I'm saying, they're not like, I don't want to get too much into politics, but they're when it comes to the women body or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to tell them what to do with their bodies or whatever. Do you think that's a form of trying to take people back into their gender role at all? Or do you think that's what's happening, now or whatever? And, I don't know. That makes sense. What do you think?
No, you make perfect sense. But to me, the only thing that's doing is there are several small-minded people that long for days past, and them longing for those days past, they don't understand that genie's out of the bottle. We can't go back to that. You know what I mean? Times have changed, things have changed. Just like with everything, we live in a time where books and things, just like our Constitution, the Constitution is a living document. And what that means is it should change with the times. It can change with the times, and it has changed with the times.
Right.
Because if you look at that, at one point, we as black men black people were not allowed to vote. But because it's a living document, those changes were made. Women had to get the right to vote.
Right.
Because everything's a living document. So therefore, so times have changed, and we have to learn to change with them and change the way that we think. But once again, there are several people that don't want that. They don't like that. They don't understand that.
Yeah. I think Jill just made a good comment too. One thing I noticed with a lot of my female friends and my clients over the years is that they try to mold their men into more typically feminine roles, and then they start to see them as weak. That's what I mean too. I'm glad you said it, Jill, because it just kind of like the opposite of what I said. You know what I'm saying? With the female, with the women or whatever. And is there? Wow, that's because I think they are trying to weaken the men's role, and then they talk about our emotions and us being emotional or whatever, and all of a sudden we're weak. You know what I'm saying? Now, the whole thing was, well, now if guys get like well, we get therapy, you know what I'm saying? And we talk to people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking to those people, we show our emotions, we talk about our emotions and stuff like that or whatever. Now, all of a sudden, it's been weak. Is that a crutch in a relationship or in a healthy relationship, or is it good for the relationship?
It's a detriment to a relationship.
That part.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I think that
was a great looking like that.
No, because I was trying to go where I think that's a great point, but it also goes with the men too, right? I think that something I've learned about us is we allow a woman making more money than us to make us feel away. Mm-hmm. We allow certain stuff to make us feel away. So I think that if you're a man, if you washing clothes, you still a man if you carry yourself like that, right? If you know that, I think Blacklift says something great, and also it was R.C. Blake's about understanding about being a service and understand what vision is. It ain't necessarily in my pocket. I think a lot of times men get caught up in what women place on them, as Ms. Kyle was saying, what women place on them, what a man is, right? And we get lost into the material.
Uh-oh. We lost you. Can you still hear Fat Boy Pew?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
can hear you now. There you go.
Fuel in
there, kicking cords out, and now
I didn't back. No cord out there. I had to make I didn't want to show what I was doing.
Yeah, no, we back. But no, essentially what I was saying is, to Mrs. Kyle's point, I do agree that when men take on certain roles, certain gender roles or feminine gender roles, it is seen as a weakness by the women that they are dating. But I think it's hints to the women that they are dating, and that's nothing towards your clients or anything like that. I think it's understanding the man that you have. I think I always used to watch like those real corny white movies, and you see the dad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she's a lawyer," and I stay at home with the kids, and one of my favorite shows is Modern Family. Right, and Phil Dunphy is a corny dad. He doing but there's nothing wrong with that, right? It does not take away from his manhood. And one of my favorite characters is Phil Dunphy because he is a cheer guy, and because he is all of these things that are feminine to most men, right? But he got chicks doing it. He was popular doing it. He got success doing those things. And I think that when we find confidence in who we are, we cannot allow other people's opinion or ideology make us weak. I think that it's a two-way street, just to answer your question.
So that part you just said right there is that we as men have to define what we see as being a man.
Yes, sir.
You can't let somebody else. If I'm secure in the fact that, hey, I can go wash the dishes, I can do laundry, I'm secure in that.
Yeah,
that don't make me less of a man. I cook most of the time because I like cooking, because I've been cooking since I was 10 years old. So that doesn't make me less of a man. So it's a matter of you defining what your level of manhood is.
Right.
I agree.
All right, cool beans. I think we got it covered.
Man, if you don't stop eating.
I know, man. I had to put all this stuff together, dude. So it's kind of like I gotta get the energy. I gotta get my energy back up. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, where them Celsius drinks at, boy?
Oh, you don't want him all jittery.
I already had it. I'm on Mountain Dew right now.
Not for these shows.
You on Mountain Dew?
Yeah, it's one or the other. All right.
Let's
get into the next one, man. The art of transparency. Stop hiding your shame. The art of transparency. Stop hiding your shame. Fat boy, take it away. Because that was one of your.
Yeah, this is a good one right here. I thought this was a good one. This is a good one, y'all. I think that we always talk about this. Black Lift always touches on this. Just about living your truth, right? I think that we all struggle with understanding the power of our shame. I think that we get into platonic relationships, let alone romantic relationships, and we're afraid to let people know who we truly are, afraid that we may push them away. But I think that that's one of the greatest attributes that you have as a human being, right? Because when you be your true self and transparent and show your vulnerability, if the person runs away, then they truly wasn't for you in the first place. But if they stay, you also give them a choice and yourself a chance, the opportunity to gain confidence through that, right? Because now you're able to express yourself a certain way, and you won't allow that to be a skeleton in the closet, as most people say. I think a lot of times we live with a lot of regret is because we're ashamed of it. We don't understand the lesson that came from it, so we live with it and we box it up, and we don't want anyone to know about it. I definitely suffer from it in just life, let alone in relationships, right? Just not wanting people to know your past mistakes. But I think shame is one of the greatest things to overcome, but also to properly understand and process, because it allows you to understand what we talked about last week, how to show yourself grace, and how to get through those things.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Do you feel like, because I think sometimes we use the word, transparency loosely, too loosely. Now it's like, in order for someone to believe you, you want to tell them, "Oh, I'm transparent." You know what I'm saying? And basically you're still lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? No. Or you're still hiding or whatever behind something or whatever, but you're not being transparent. So
that's what I mean by stop hiding the shame, right?
Exactly.
Because you can't. I think you made a great point in the sense of, I can say I'm being transparent, but if I'm hiding something, then I'm still ashamed for something. So I'm not truly being transparent.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Once I get rid of the shame, now I have the ability to be truly transparent, because I don't give a shit what you think. Right? There's no, I don't have no worry about it. As Ms. Kyle says, shame is one of the hardest emotions, but only has power if you keep it in. I agree. I agree.
And so that kind of goes along with something, Fat Boy, that I've said this over and over and over and over. When you're not honest with somebody, you're taking away their choice.
I agree.
Because if you don't tell somebody like what your shame is or what your problem is, they're being with you under false pretenses.
Right.
So you just took away their choice. They chose to they can choose. Like I said, if I walk into a relationship and I got a bunch of bullshit in my past, right? If I don't tell you about it, I'm taking away your choice.
Right, because
you know what I mean. You don't have the right to make an informed decision of, well, I don't know, can I deal with this? Right. Or can I not deal with this?
Exactly. Giving that person.
So you're not being transparent. You're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting the other party, and you're not allowing them the honesty to make an informed decision of whether you're for them or you're not.
That's what I meant to do.
I was going to say, man, you playing some corny music.
He hit you with the seven.
I know. He hit me with the wah wah.
No. That's real talk, man. That's real talk. Facts. I like that.
I agree.
Shame is one of the hardest emotion, but it only has power if you keep it in. Yes, it only has power if you keep it in. That's what Jill was saying. Marlon, can you hear us now? I know we had a little setback for a second. Shout out to Carolyn. Carolyn is on Instagram. She's listening to us on Instagram. Come on in on the show. Come on in on the show. We got special guests coming in pretty soon. They should be tapping in a minute. But yeah, when it comes to transparency, man, I just don't like the way people use it so loosely these days. You know, it's even just like the word "I love you." They use it loosely. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, do you or even saying calling somebody your friend? You know, that's my boy. That's my whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten this so much, you know, in the last few years of someone not really being truly transparent.
No.
You know what I mean?
Love
And
it.
like Liv said, you know, it takes away your choice about that person or whatever once you find out, you know, what this person really is about. You know, so that was a good point on that, man. That was a good point. Man, we moving on. We moving on in this mother piece today. Hey, all right, man. It's about that time.
Blackness.
It's about that time, man. As usual, you guys, we got another history in blackness, and of course, you know who does the honor of all that. My boy, Fat Boy's in the house,
in the building. I got something for y'all today. Today I actually watched. I'm sorry, y'all. Let the claps go first. I'm talking over the claps is crazy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Today I actually brought y'all something. This is Donald Goins, born in Detroit, Michigan, shot and killed in Highland Park, Michigan. Donald Goins was a phenomenal figure in American literature, particularly noted for pioneering the genre of modern urban fiction. His work is deeply rooted in the gritty realities in inner city life, provided a raw and unflinching portrayal of African-American experiences. Goins' novels included Dope Fiend and Never Die Alone, emerged from his struggles with crime, incarceration, imbuing his narratives with authenticity and visceral detail. Goins' impact of contemporary literature is profound. His vivid storytelling and unvarnished depiction of urban life laid the groundwork for what is now a significant genre within American literature. His exploration of themes such as systematic inequity, addiction, violence paved the way for future authors to delve into similar territories with greater complexity and nuance. Despite his relatively short career, Goins' influence persists. His novels continue to resonate with readers and writers alike, shaping the landscape of urban fiction and ensuring his legacy as a pivotal innovator in the genre. That's Donald Goins. I thought I'd give y'all something different today. I thought I'd do it different for y'all today.
That's what's up. That's
I'll
what's
probably
up.
start doing it like that now on, yo.
All right. So while we still waiting on our guest to pop in here, man. Guys, go to YouTube, Instagram, live on Facebook. We're on all the platforms. Go on there and share this. You know, come in on the comments or on the conversation. We don't mind. We don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We love talking to you guys. Our conversations can get a little controversial, maybe sometimes. We'll see.
Most of the time.
It's all good though. It's all good. So it looks like, let's see. I guess we can finish talking about our misconception and gender role because I guess ain't here yet. So let's keep going on to that. Yes, okay. yes.
I have a question for Black Liv, because you said you do the cooking. Like, has there ever in your marriage, has there ever been a conflict in gender roles? And then if it was, how did you guys go about resolving it?
No, we didn't have it.
Okay, I figured.
Sorry.
and
I ain't gonna be able to expand beyond that. No, we don't have that. So, like I've told y'all before, part of the messed up part of the good and the bad is that when you're on your second marriage,
mm-hmm.
I had 29 years to learn what not to do.
Yeah,
right.
With the first one.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, regardless of what people think, to get better at stuff in life, you have to practice.
You definitely have to do that.
You don't want to practice getting married, but you learn things over many years,
mm-hmm.
and you learn what to do and what not to do. And the same thing comes about when, so to roll this one in this topic into the other topic that we just had, part of what I had to do when I met my wife is, and this was hard. I came clean. And when I say came clean, I mean I told her everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All my skeletons, all that stuff. And the reason I did it was because of the fact that one thing I said that I would never do is, once again, take away somebody's choice.
Right.
If somebody can't deal with the fact that I cheated on my first wife, you know what I'm saying? I apologize, but I make no bones about it. My first marriage, I was kind of a dirtbag, you know. But it wasn't. Yeah, look at your fuel.
Because I don't think it started off that way.
Well, no, it never really starts off with you being a dirtbag.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, it was a long time. It was a lot.
Yeah.
You endured that turned you into a dirtbag.
Yeah. But what I tell people is that yes, I endured a lot of things. However, our breakup or our demise, I do not solely put on my wife, my ex-wife. I accept responsibility for the things that I did that led to that. And that's the only way that people should proceed in their relationships if they move on to another relationship. You can't just blame the other person and say, well, you know, he was a dick, or she was just, you know, she was a witch, or she was mean, or she was this or this or this.
Right.
I had choices. I could have left.
Right.
A long time ago. You know what I mean? I could have done things a whole lot in a much different way. But I didn't, bless you. But I didn't. So therefore, I accept that.
Right.
And once again, when I accepted that, I decided I was gonna, you know, I came clean to my current wife. And if she chose to deal with that, because there's a lot of people that say once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't necessarily believe that.
Right.
Actually, I don't believe that. But people are going to act within accordance to their circumstances.
Right. True.
Like that.
And so I would not take her choice away from her. So I let her know everything. If she was cool with it, I'm cool with it. You know,
right.
We can keep it moving.
Oh man. What you got? Yeah, anything to add on to that, man?
That's a shit. You know, Black Lip always drop a jewel.
Right.
Sprinkling them jewels all over.
I'm waiting on my guests, man. They hadn't clicked in yet, so
that's
just life experience, man. That's you know, Fat Boy, you I mean, you're definitely younger than me and Fuel. So, you know, you're just doing what everybody else does, man. You can only deal with what's presented to you or what's put in front of you. If you've never had to deal with that, then you don't know how to deal with it.
That period. That until you realize that you really gonna be putting yourself through a ringer you really don't deserve to,
right?
Or you don't have to, because it is what it is. Like you failed the first few times you tried to walk. Just period. Like it took you some time to learn how to walk. You didn't start talking. Like you say, everything you do is a life lesson. So as you go through challenges and make mistakes, you grow. But that's the beauty of it.
So Jill's trying to be funny. She says, someone once told me an ugly truth is better than a pretty lie.
I agree.
But that was me, so.
Yeah, I agree.
I told her that.
You told her that?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Of course. And as we all are. And when we stop learning, then that means we've reached the end, and that's not a good thing.
That's not good.
And just what people need to understand is that, once again, you're younger than me, but that don't mean I still can't learn from you. And that still don't mean that I wouldn't listen to what you say and provide value to what you have to say. Because just because somebody's older doesn't place more value on the words that they say.
Yeah, I agree. Where these ladies at?
Actually, wow, what is going on here? Okay. Actually, I don't even actually know, because She says she's waiting in the queue, but it's not in the queue. I'm not showing. I'm not sure. She's not on my end. What's up with that? What's up with that?
You send her another linky link?
Huh?
Send her another sneaky link? I mean, linky link?
Yeah. Send her another link.
Links.
Yeah. But it says it's waiting for host, but I don't see it on my end. I don't see it on my end. In case you guys are waiting, yes, we're
here, y'all.
trying to get her in here. We have Dr. Rhonda Cotton, and she's going to be talking about her book, Between Seasons. Let me see. Do you see me in the camera is up? Nope, I don't see you in the camera is up, Rhonda.
Happy anniversary, Andrew.
Drew's in the house. What's up with you, Drew?
Anniversary.
I just hit 13 years married yesterday. Many people don't understand commitment. No gender role is committed relationship. Everyone brings 100% to the relationship. Keep learning and growing together.
Exactly, Drew.
As usual, yeah.
Well said.
And drop that knowledge on us, brother. Drop that knowledge on us. Rhonda, I don't see her coming in. I don't see you on the camera. Let me see.
Let's get it.
Go ahead, fellas. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but absolutely. Of course, Fish always hit us with, Fish and Black Lip, they like the marriage senseis around this thing. They definitely always give you I'm gonna say the right way to look at it. I think that sometimes as men, we definitely look at it the wrong way. Because we ain't never had the right conversations. And that's why I love having these conversations the most and opening up these topics, because men aren't having these conversations, just period. And there aren't enough men like Black Liv, like Fish, who are eager to tell us, young men like myself, right, to kind of understand, like, all right, yeah, she tripping or no, she right, in the sense of, hey, no, as a man, these are the things that are required of you. And I think the conversation needs to start to continue more, especially amongst Black men, because a lot of stuff we've been taught is kind of lame. And you ain't gonna never really find no good woman. You keep pushing that kind of garbage, and vice versa, right? I think that for the women as well, I think that we need to kind of come together and really realize the importance that I think, like Jill said earlier, that our natural gender role is, but then also understanding the ability to compromise and how that takes the relationship to another level.
Right. So Jill asked the question, are there any roles as men that make you uncomfortable to fill?
That's a great question. I do. I think that, I think the societal, because I think that men are taught not to be emotional. Right. I think that the opposite of fulfilling one of the roles as a man is to always be strong. Right. And I think that there's a false illusion in what strength is. Right. Me understanding how to properly exercise my emotions and channel my anger or channel my frustration is me showing strength. But kind of like you said earlier, the line is blurred so thin that once I do cross over into that quote unquote femininity or that level of understanding of emotions, because that's all it really is, that connection of emotions, then I'm seen as this. And so that's, to me, the uncomfortable part to feel. I think everything else, protection, provision, is pretty standard. I think that that's pretty much what we go through. But I'm also understanding that if you make more chicken than I do, I can run your bath water. I figured it out. I figured it out.
So that makes you uncomfortable to feel.
So would the role of comforter make you feel uncomfortable?
No.
The role of comforter, make you feel,
and not like a bed comforter, but like comforter, like to be the one to go and comfort your significant other. would that make you feel like soft, like less than a man?
No.
It wouldn't make great questions. Y'all asking questions now. Come on now. Now we're doing stuff I like.
No, it wouldn't. Go ahead.
It depends, because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. It just depends on where I am. Right? Depending on where I am, am I going to have the ability to take that?
Right.
You know,
is that going to make you feel soft?
Is it going to make me feel soft? Because a lot of time, not too long ago, I didn't really understand that I wasn't, because I was so romantic, I didn't understand the difference of a comforter.
Right.
Understanding the right time to comfort, because I might get upset when she needs me to hold her. So I'm going with you. I know exactly what you're talking about. So it depends. So I am learning how to be a comforter, because it's not necessarily what you think it is all the time, because it's what she needs for her comfort, and that could be anything. It could be a foot rub, and it's understanding the timing and when to apply that comfort. So,
but it could be something other than physical touch. It could just be the fact of you, like we talked about last week, when you allot that hour to go ahead and just listen to how bad her day was. You know what I mean? And then you vice versa. You know what I mean? You comfort her on her bad day, and she comforts you on yours. It's supposed to come easier to women, right? Because they're supposed to be the healing nurturer. But men, in my opinion, that's a role that they're uncomfortable with, and it's one that we need to become more comfortable with.
Extremely comfortable in. I think it's so important, and you probably know more than I do. This is something that I learned, and it's so important to understand the impact that untangible things like being a comforter, like being a listener, like being a supporter, what they add to your value as a husband. Yes. I think that we put so much emphasis on financial prowess and being stability and being a protector and a provider, that we miss that the biggest part of being a protector and a provider is understanding the value of comfort support, right? Because it's more than sometimes brashness and roughness. Sometimes it requires tenderness. Sometimes it doesn't require firmness. Sometimes it requires softness. And that is something that I learned through my mistakes in the past, and then also understood why they were so impactful through having these conversations with you, through going to therapy and unpacking things. So I definitely agree. Yes, sir.
Because men see that as weak.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the last thing they want to be is seen as weak. And Jill said, I think us women have better instincts about knowing when someone needs comforting, and we often expect men to have that same instinct. This can be seen as them not caring.
Yes, it can be seen not caring, but but sometimes, you know, it's just something. It's in a man's nature. It's not their strong suit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, we wasn't raised like the women are raised to be nurturers. Is that right? You know what I'm saying? Women are raised to be that or whatever, and we're not. We're learning to be that as we get older or whatever. Just by, you know, the relationships we've been through, the things we've been in that we missed at the very beginning, or in the first relationship, second relationship, marriage, or a second marriage, whatever. You know, we missed it. You know what I mean? As to the point where it came naturally for us to be a nurturer towards and less harsh towards anyone in the relationship, whatever. You want to try to be more concerning and understanding and all that kind of stuff, whatever, after you've been through so much stuff. So we're not really raised in that way. You know, I mean, some people are now because of the way social media is and the talks that we have like this show today or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, what gets it out there and put them out there, of course, and makes it better. But I think at the time, just to answer your question, Jill, I think we wasn't comfortable or even wired to be that way. You know what I'm saying?
So like on that point, to be perfectly honest, even when men in our community,
Mhm.
when men are raised in single parent homes with a mother, right?
Mhm.
Mothers tend to try to even be harder on their sons.
Mhm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah.
like, don't be no punk, don't be no
Right, yeah.
sissy, don't be blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
Instead of trying to get them to a more emotionally healthy place.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that happens a lot in, I'm
Oh.
pretty sure it happens in all communities, but in our
But
community,
ours, for sure.
big
Right.
time,
Mhm.
big time.
Mhm. Jill said, I think. Oh, wait a minute. No, it was
Go
another
for
Yeah,
it.
one.
I read that one. Got to go to Drew.
Yeah. There we go. Go ahead, Fabo.
Fish says we have to understand that expressing emotions as a man is necessary to teach our family how to handle crisis and trauma. We teach how to be strong along with the emotional piece. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that this is something that I learned in Dr. Jason Wilson. If y'all know anything about him, man, this is amazing. He talks about the power in a man's emotion, the strength in it. That we've been taught to kind of put on this facade to basically suppress the emotions, and not understanding that is a weak man suppresses his emotions. A real man understands how to acknowledge his emotions, process his emotions, and then move through those emotions, but then not also use those emotions as a crutch, but as I call today, as a trampoline, as a foundation to go higher, because it's very teachable, as Drew as Fish says, in the sense of, as they see you be a man and how to be a father and how to be a husband, then they learn, okay, this is how you practice discipline. Right. This is how protection lives. This is how these certain things. So you made a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For some reason, man, technically, I don't know what's going on, you guys. For some reason, they're actually, they got the link. The link is showing they're waiting on the host, but I'm not seeing it on my side. Should I refresh it real quick or whatever and see? Maybe we see if we come back up. You know what I mean? So bear with us, you guys, if you're watching. Let me do something here real quick and see if we can get Miss Cotton in here real quick.
Yep. What you got to do, boss?
Yes, sir.
We lost you.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab some of me.
We still live, fat boy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm glad I ain't say nothing ignorant.
Well, the crazy.
Good thing you didn't say nothing crazy, bro.
Bruh, yeah. Y'all know me.
Let's see what's going on here.
These things happen, everybody. Just stick with us and we'll get this figured out.
We don't get this together.
It's weird though. I mean, she just sent me a thing and showing that we're there, but I don't know why it's not coming on my end. It is not working on my end.
Oh man. Oh.
But I don't know.
What browser is she using? She using?
You said what browser?
Yeah, is she using Chrome?
I can't tell.
Tell her to use Chrome.
I think it works better on Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
If she's on iOS trips out. It don't work good.
All right, but you know what? We probably just postpone it till next show. Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah. Right now we actually had a good time. Right now we right at 50 minutes.
I know,
we
right?
we actually can go ahead and end this thing and be at a good time.
So I'm okay, yeah. Like I said, I'm apologize for this week because for some reason it's still showing pause. I see it on her. You know, she sent me a screenshot, and for some reason it's not even showing up here on my end as far as her clicking in. It's the weirdest thing. I never seen that. Anywho, I guess that's my do it for us today, though.
Hey, look. This is good stuff. This is what we got, because now we only got an hour on YouTube, on on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So we right at good time, my man.
Right, great time.
Yep, we ain't got to get cut off.
She said, "Do you guys think that you ended up assuming the role your fathers filled, or did you go the other way?" Wow. What?
She's asking y'all questions that we talk about all the time.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say that's a black
she
lip
wasn't here.
answer.
We can answer her question.
Yeah, because I told her, I mean, and that's kind of what we talked about all the time, is that when you have models or role models in your life,
Mhm,
it's gonna go one of two ways.
mhm,
So, like, my father was a hoe.
mhm,
So you're either going to try to be the exact same as him,
mhm.
or you're going to try to be the exact opposite.
Well,
So me, in my unstable relationship status with my first wife, I tried to be the exact opposite of him,
mhm,
which led me to stay in an unhappy marriage a hell of a lot longer than I should have.
mhm,
All because I was trying to distance myself from my deceased father, who exerted that into me. So, you know what I mean? To either be the exact same as him or the exact opposite. So
mhm,
I strove to be the exact opposite.
mhm. Same here. I ended up being the exact opposite of my father, because my father did like shoot a life sentence, you know, in jail. So of course I wasn't going to go that route. You know, I was taught by my uncles, you know, certain things, but then I was taught mainly, you know, by my aunts. You know, most of my aunts. My mom passed when I was 12, so you know, I had my grandmother and my aunts that basically helped raise me or whatever. And I went by learning things that my uncles did that, you know, helped me
Some
to
of the things
start.
your uncles did.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I went the opposite route. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't even drink alcohol till I was like 25,
Yeah.
27, somewhere in there. You know what I mean?
So
So
you had examples of what was wrong to do. And
exactly.
so you
Well,
want to
I had a choice of because I was in a household that had right and wrong in a household,
exactly. Yes.
and I had a choice. Do I want to go this route or I want to go that route? You know what I mean? And that's basically what I did. And as you know, Lift, that you know, a couple of us in the family went the other route. You
Dave,
know
yep.
what I'm saying? And you know, you see what happened with them. You know what I mean? So, to answer your question, Jill, yeah, you know, the roles or whatever that I was basically raised up to be in, and I was probably more emotional because of having aunts and stuff and being raised by them or whatever. So, you know, I was a little more not really so much as sensitive because I was tough too. You know what I mean? You know, I didn't ever take crap or whatever the case may be, and I didn't cry about everything, you know, whatever. You know, I still had a tough skin too, but you know, I was still more sympathetic to other people's feelings. You know, I was more understanding when, you know, or caring for other people, whatever, at a young age, you know. So, you know, so I hope that answered your question. I hope that answered your question. Man, so sorry. Dr. Kite, I hope we can get you back in next week. I don't understand technically what went on here with the set up or something, but is it for some reason? Yeah, everybody else came in and you wasn't able to. I don't know what's up. Anyway, no excuses. Next week we'll try to get her back on.
Why are you in here?
If not, you know, just keep a lookout, you guys, on our post on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as to who's going to be on next week and what we're going to be talking about next week as well. We're going to try to get more. What's the word? We're trying to get more. Help me out.
What? More topics?
No. More, you know, just kind of consistent. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to get more consistent with getting advertising out and stuff like that, letting people know that the show is going, you know. So that's going to do it for me, man. What y'all got anything going on for the weekend?
Baby shower on Saturday.
Pull up on my pops.
Who's in the game with Liv?
We losing 20-7.
Oh, damn. Anyway, they don't count. I don't care.
It's halftime. We don't care.
What'd you say, Fat Boy? What you got?
I'm gonna go see my pops Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta.
Put in here today. I'm gonna pull up on Jackson Friday.
Oh, okay.
Our daughter's having her baby shower on Saturday, so
okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations
Thank you.
Congratulations from Uncle Black for shit.
Right.
For show.
Tell Jill keep those questions in hand because we're gonna come back next week and we're gonna talk to our girl Miss Cotton, and I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, everything go better. We tested it earlier; it was good. I don't understand. I just don't understand. But I already know. All right, I ain't even gonna go there anyway. That's gonna do it for us, man. I mean, I don't have anything else. Dear brothers and sisters.
Oh yeah, dear brothers, dear sisters. Make sure y'all make sure y'all send a dear brother, dear sister to firedup.broadcasting@gmail.com. Okay. Just no longer than a minute, audio or video. Just label it dear brother, dear sister. We'd love to hear from y'all. And please have one for next week, because if I gotta find y'all, come on now.
We gotta have it. We're gonna have it. I think we're gonna have one next week. You know, I think that sometimes we gotta slack off.
Jill, we'll love one from you. We'll love one from you, Jill.
Oh, she gonna get it, man. Yeah, she got a lot. Trust me. She couldn't wait, boy. She was waiting.
I know she was in the cut.
Thank you, Fish, man. I appreciate you. We missed you last week.
Yes, thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew.
But I thank you. I appreciate your insight.
All right, Phil, you got 3 minutes, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, now it's 2, so we out of here. Hey, I appreciate you guys joining us. Join us again next week. Like I said, we'll have a guest, and keep following us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are live on Instagram now, so tune in. Although it is just an hour on Instagram, you guys. So I mean, it's good. It's good. It's all good. All right. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. And remember,
if they're talking about you
behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace.
Just forget the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Hey.